You don't know, sir, from near the bad instrumental, you know what going on, you know. Yes, sir, people, welcome. You don't know, this is the streets. According to me, your boy, Shelz. Welcome on, Bridge Nation. Welcome. Hope you guys doing well. I hope everybody's alright. You know, we had that traumatic experience. Yesterday, Benji? Yesterday, I had that very traumatic experience. No, not Corona. I'm talking something worse, bro. Social media went away, bro. Oh, my God. Oh. Benji, how do you feel about it? Never face you? Now, is it because you're not a big deal like myself? You know what I mean? So, but yes, yeah, when social media cut, bro, I lost it. I don't know what I could do, Bridge Nation. Luckily, I was at work, you know. Another important person, not nearly important as me. He had it tough. Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, I heard. He like the space. He like $7 billion. That rough. I lost like 7 followers. The struggle is the same. But yeah, people you don't know, this is the streets according to me, your boy Shelz, live on the Bridge 99 FM. Remember to check the live stream on www.thebridge99fm.com because at the live stream, I have to change my clothes all the time. Because if I never put the stream in a Benji, I swear, all sort of things, shots. We'll try to be well coordinated and all these things. So check out the live stream, guys. It's pretty neat over there. Did I just say neat, Benji? Another thing, Benji. People been asking me who is Benji. Like, who's Benji? He sounds cool. Well, I'm gonna tell you, he's not. But Benji is the guy who makes me sound and look good on the stream as well. Yeah, I said why. Pause. Yeah, but no, but Benji's the what you call yourself? Audio engineer, the master of sounds, the greatest audio guy in the world. Yeah, so so people on the live stream, if you see this mixing thing in front of me, this big board, I don't know what it is. I don't do anything on it. When I heard mixing board, I was quite disappointed. Never seen a Campari. So I don't really know what this is. But Benji is here and he makes everything work. So big up yourself, Benji. So that's who Benji is. And remember, people, the beautiful thing about this show is that I'm being heard also over there in New York thanks to the Irish Jam family. So you don't know, big up on yourself, my family in New York. If I continue this, I go sound like greetings across the world. But big up on yourself. Thank you so much for the love and support. But you don't know, as always, people, tonight, serious topic to discuss. I mean, I guess it's serious. I don't know. But with real people, real vibes, and as always, real conversation. I can't wait. And remember to follow me on Instagram. I can't say this enough. I'm not going to be modest like some people. I care. I care about my followers. I care about you guys. When I started out, I had 1,300 and a little bit. Now, minus the minus 7, I'm going to tell you about. I have 1,300 enough. So the improvement is there. So remember, people, everything _ Shelly. So that's everything, not THING. Use up the bottle like the soda. Everything _ Shelly on Instagram. I heard through the grapevine that the Bridge has a Twitter account. I really want us to get that thing going so that we can have the conversation going on over there. Remember, I don't really know much about what I go on Twitter. Remember what I told you in the first show. I had a traumatic experience on Twitter where a girl who sold bikinis stole my tweet that I worked so hard to create. She stole my tweet and she posted a bikini photo, Shannon, with my tweet. And she got like 1,000 followers and it hurt. Shannon say I'm happy that's what she stole. But no, I'm hurt. I'm hurt, bro. So I haven't been on Twitter ever since. But big up that son of a bikini. Anyways, last week we zoomed into the importance of relationship codes and limits in relationship and stuff like that. Big up Mark Davis, Chris Malachi, Latoya McKay for passing through. It was really insightful. I even posted it on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I have one of those. You can check out that too. Man, people have been telling me it's a very provocative conversation. I love what we spoke about. So that makes me feel good. Make me feel like we're doing some great things over here on the Bridge. So yeah, Bridge Nation. Oh, I big up Bridge Nation. I forgot to big up the Bridge Builders. Remember on yourself, people. Bridge Builders, potential Bridge Builders. For those who don't know what a Bridge Builder is, you are the people who are going to promote your products, sell your stuff, link us for business, and help build up this thing. And we're going to help you. I remember I know this yesterday, We think loud, and not normal, But stop DMing me. Me can't help. Remember, like I said, I'm just a choice. The voice, that's the lady's choice. All right, I can't help selling the products and them thing there. That's for the sales department. But so you guys can get on the phones. That's 876-669-5000. 876-669-5000. Can't call them nobody in there. But just write it down and we'll get to business. I heard that you guys can also reach me on the WhatsApp line. I've never used that phone before, artists. That's 876-551-5782. That's 876-551-5782. Or there's a studio line. But so much thing we have, Benji? Me never know. Wow. Sheesh. I just want to talk about my show, my fair. Dang. So the studio line, 876-676-4996. So if you can't bother the social media thing, like if you keep putting THING instead of everything and feel like you're not getting me, you can just link up on the studio line, 876-676-4996. Whew. Sheesh. Now that that's out of the way. Yeah, and also, remember to stay safe, people. I wish most of my friends could still forward into the studio and all the vibes with me, but we have to stay safe during these times. So remember to keep sanitizing. Wear your mask. Keep it distance. I love that commercial. You hear that commercial there? Wear your mask. Sanitize. Social. No. But most of the song I'm hearing on the radio anyway. But yes, please stay safe, guys. But on the bridge tonight, and that's a cool segue, talking about dancehall music. Cool segue. Tonight we're going to talk about, can dancehall artists be considered role models? Ooh, I don't get yourself in trouble. This is not a new topic. I don't think it's a new topic. It's been discussed. But I really fell in love with this topic when the streets brought it to me, because I feel like, I realized that a lot of persons are still having this conversation. So let's hope I can do it some justice tonight. So my producer, she linked, Fair Style Benji. She linked Dr. Google. And she gave me this definition of who is a role model. Let me put on my fancy voice, the constipated radio voice, Benji, who can't understand. A role model is someone who others look to as a good example. A role model is someone who is worthy of imitation, really. Just as a role model is something that represents an inspirational ideal, a role model is someone who inspires others to imitate his or her good behavior. Well, if we use that definition for the dancehall, Okay. Thank you, Dr. Google. Thank you, Abby, my lovely producer, for that one. Well, here are my views. This is my segment where I share my views on the topic. Are dancehall artists role models? Of course they are. I wanted to give trouble, but of course they are. I think the better question though would be, not which one, but these artists actually want to be role models. That's where I wanted to go with this conversation. Yeah, I think all of them are, but do they really want to be role models? Now listen, people, understand this. Listen, Bridge Nation, we live in a world where it's so easy to be influenced. I mean, as a matter of fact, people get paid to influence people, right? What I'm getting at is that there are so many people out there, not necessarily just children. There's so many people out there looking for inspiration, encouragement, outside of themselves and their current environments or circumstances. Something, or, they're looking for something or someone to show them that, hey, I've been through it. I understand what you're going through and you can get through it as well. So undoubtedly, music is an art form that provides something almost like therapy for persons going through the worst of times. You understand me? So naturally, people want to look towards the creators behind this, rhythmic therapy. You understand me? To, as healers, heroes, icons, beacons of hope, and all of these nice things. But is it fair to dancehall artists? Is it fair to artists in general, to be, just because their music is influential, should they now have to alter how them carry themselves simply because, people see them as these icons, or even in some cases like some heavenly body? I don't know. I personally don't think it's fair. I don't. But I believe it's just a part of the job. You understand me? It comes with the territory. I believe what the wider society fails to do is separate the persons from the persona. You understand me? I think that's where we struggle. We care about, we confuse the artists, but we I would try to bring them in as a father. You see the same artist, you don't see him as a father. You think, it's weird, it's for us to see them as other than this big persona. Now for dancehall artists, now we all know what dancehall is all about, Zine. And I'm not talking about just the raw and being all unfiltered and all them thing there. What I'm talking about is the essence behind it. The fact that dancehall music is an avenue for persons who often feel overlooked, to have a voice and share their perspectives and experiences and, of course, make a lot of money. Couple that with the fact that these dancehall acts are full of flair and their attitudes are so infectious. It's almost magnetic. So you tell me now, and even if you don't agree with them, you have to admit that these people grab your attention. You understand me? Now, with all that being said, how can young people who feel lost, people in search of their own identities, not be drawn to these persons? Think about it. Even so, I believe we fail as a society. Benjamin Nervous, someone said this. I feel like we fail as a society if we begin to think that, you as a parent or a police officer, a guardian, a teacher, a principal, believe that you can pass on certain responsibilities to these dancehall artists just because you see them as the role models within society. I don't think that's fair. Thank you, Benji. I was going to say you have my back, but why? Listen. Let me tell you, I got fully into dancehall in high school during the Mavada versus Cartel thing, Gully versus Gaza clash. Enough people kind of too young for you understand. I can't believe I'm saying that. Yeah, people out there are too young for know that this was once a thing. I remember when people used to tell me, say, you too young for know about Beanie versus Bounty. Now me I tell people you're too young for know about. But yeah, that was amazing to me, and I was exposed to all the lyrical content. Zane, mommy and daddy, let me tell you straight up. I know that nobody has sing no I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus. As a matter of fact, I remember what Cartel is saying they go to Santa, or him to do Santa from 2003. You see it? From Rapper Pom Pom. Let's not get into that. But yeah, it was obviously the music was filling the school. Everybody had it on their phones, the MP3, MP4 players. Yes, that was a thing. And I guarantee that the parents at the time didn't know. My parents sure didn't. I used to hear on the news all the time, on the entertainment shows, and people that say, some government official or some authoritative figures would forward and use dancehall artists as scapegoats. Listen, as I said, I listen to all of the music, every single one of them. And I never, ever was influenced to do any of those things at the time. All right, Benji, cap, I'm lying. The girl tune them did, yeah. Big up all of the Imac Fear them and the, it go, Andrew's Barbecue, But also though, I had the presence of mind to see it just as lyrics, as an art form used to express thought. Now, am I different from anybody else? I don't think so. Am I smarter? Doubt it. I would think I was just fortunate that I came from a home where I was just taught differently, where I didn't have to learn things the hard way, I had, that guidance, you know what I mean? But I understand that it's not the case for every person, different strokes for different folks. I know you have many persons out there in many situations where there are no parents, there are no guardians, and my heart ache for them youth there, isn't me? But to them there's just the streets and this rhythmic therapy known as dancehall. So yes, dancehall artists are role models, but whether they choose to accept it or not, it's especially on them, you know what I mean? Especially the artists them I love big up the community them where them come from. I think them have a special, them need for looking at themselves and say, big up Spain Town, big up this, big up that, you know what I mean? But one of them ever look within themselves and say, one of them know say, look at you in the community, just hear you bigger. Benjamin, let me tell you this. When I heard that Gaza was round the corner from where me live, every time Carter say Gaza, me my top, You understand what I say? So you can imagine people who actually live in the area, you know what I mean? So, as a society, and now I'm singling out the younger generation, it's very important, and I want to hear me say right this though. It's very important to note that while you enjoy the music and all the vibes, please learn to distinguish the difference between the art form reflecting society versus the society reflecting the art form. You know what I mean? I sound smarty. And again, learn to distinguish between the person and the persona, please. Also, parents, G's on P's, parents, please don't be afraid to be parents. It's okay. It's still a thing. It's all right. And, the MPs and government officials, I know some of you out there doing the thing in these communities. Please put these measures in place to try and help the same youths I mentioned earlier. Don't have the guidance, you know what I mean? Help them off the street. Help them maintain some focus and them thing. You know what I mean? Just so that they can have a chance. You know, the type of chance that I had when I grew up. You know, something similar. That would be cool. You know what I mean? Sorry, I kind of got emotional right there. But yeah, as for my dancehall acts, my artist them, I personally believe your first job is to entertain. So please continue to speak your truths, continue to express yourselves, and push the genre worldwide. But please keep your heart clean and live your lives. You know, your lives outside of the music. Please keep it as private as possible, because believe it or not, people are watching. You know what I mean? But yeah, Benji, I heard finally we have Vox Pops. It's been a while. It has been a while. All right, man, I'm going like we went in the streets. No, but we have some loyal supporters from the Bridge Nation who sent in some voice notes. And, you know, let me hear what they have to say about the topic now.
All right, bro. So can dancehall artists be role models? No, I don't think so. Because them type of work they left them work there for people like Martin Luther King, Garvey, and them people, you understand? We do ride for the people and look out for the good and people, you understand? Them there for artists and them thing they call. In our reality, them people they get paid for entertain people in a real life.
I don't think they are role models. The genre of music, dancehall, just being in that genre automatically disqualifies you from being a role model, because to be in dancehall, the type of lifestyle and the type of rhetoric you have to use is not one that suits well to be a proper role model. It's like a porn star. If you're a porn star, you automatically cannot be a role model.
Dancehall artists are role models because, you know, music has a strong influence on the culture in Jamaica. So really and truly, all of these dancehall artists are role models, because you listen to the music, sometimes the lyrics, you know, they relate to things that are going on in your life, and, you know, people tend to even take advices from some of the songs that people sing.
I do think dancehall artists can be role models. I'm not saying all of them, but there are some of them that do carry themselves well, and I'm not just talking about the lyrics of their songs. I'm talking about how they present themselves to the public, you know, the things that they do within their communities. These are the things that I wish people paid more attention to.
So can dancehall artists be role models? It's a tricky question. It's more of a yes and no for me. It depends on the content of their lyrics. It depends on the message in the music, because dancehall doesn't necessarily mean say it have to be shot in a boy head, or it doesn't have to be violent, and it doesn't have to be overly sexual. It doesn't have to be suggestive. It can just be about having a good time. So it really depends on the content of the music, and along with the content, the lifestyle of said artist. So my answer is it really depends.
Hey, that last person is so like, if you listen to dancehall, it's so like him as a Kirk Franklin youth. You know what I mean? I think him listen to dancehall. But yeah, big up. Always a pleasure hearing from the streets. But yo, it's a serious thing doing the people. It's a serious thing, Bridge Nation. Like, dancehall is powerful, and the artists behind the music is powerful. The creators behind the music are very powerful, and just understand that the influence is real. Yo, this is the video I went viral where the picture them look like them put up on like a school bus or something and sing the Yahoo Boys tune. Like, I don't know them 12 times, but them a chop. Anyways, we'll go to a quick commercial break. You don't know what's so far. This is the streets according to your boy Shelz. Yep. Benjamin always tell us say turn on the music too soon, you know. The baddest instrumental from radio this, you know. Benji, we say turn on my instrument. Thank you. People that rock look at what we are doing. Level. I say level. Hey, some boy them never pay attention yet, you know. Anyways, welcome back, people, to the streets according to me, your boy Shelz. Lovely conversation we're going to have right now. We're discussing dancehall artists. Can they be role models? Should they be role models? And this is my favorite part of the show because me not have to do a bag of chatting. I'm only tired for hearing my voice. And so joining me in studio, my 3 friends, man. It's a pleasure. You know, right next. I love the fact that the lady sits the closest to me and the man him just stay far. Taylor Chung is right next to me. How you doing, Taylor?
I'm good.
Come a little closer to the mic, people in here, because more of them
I'm
here
good,
are you
I'm good,
nice.
I'm good.
Nice. Hey, don't know Daniel Blake, sports enthusiast, the general himself. We come and try to be modest. All going, bro? You good?
Yeah, no, you good?
Yeah, man, I'm good, bro.
Bless.
And if you now wonder why I do so much water on the table, if you all watch the live stream, you guys have seen me drink this before. I've been talking about this. This guy's the founder, CEO, the founder of Simply Water, and you have another company as well.
Yes, Biomade Jamaica.
Biomade Jamaica, where you do all sorts of like save the
Eco-friendly
planet
products.
stuff. Yeah, Captain Planet things.
Yes.
I like it, bro.
Yeah, man.
Dennis Daniels, that's the voice of Dennis Daniels, a man who's out to save the planet with his products. But you're seeing us have them on the table right now. So, yeah, I feel good. I feel really good. And I heard that on the phone lines, if I'm not mistaken. No? Not yet? Are they here with me? Oh, sorry. On Zoom. Make it even better. I love the effort. On Zoom, we have people who have been in it. Been in the industry. International. Doing the thing. Representing the genre. So I really hope that they'll give me some insight. We got Dario. You know, Dario, this man say school fee enough for floss in a dance. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, him on conscience. Tell the girl them, so them wind up them body too much and them need for sit down. You know what I mean? Welcome, Dario. Welcome, General. Alright, well, I hope he's here. Zoom down. Technology. Don't tell me say technology God again, Shannon. You go, sheesh. Anyways, let us continue with the vibes right here. So right now, guys, in studio. Daniel, I'm going to start with you. To you, who is a role model?
Anybody who someone admires.
Simple as that?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's because you don't have to be good in terms of like, you don't even have to follow the law, for example, to be a role model.
Mm-hmm.
Like once I as a human being see somebody doing something and I admire them, they are a role model, whether them like it or not.
Okay. Good. No problem. Taylor, who's a role model to you?
I think it's a bit more than that. I think I can admire somebody but not want to be that person or be anything like that person. I think to me, if you're a role model, it's because there's something about you that I see in you and I want to see that in myself. Like I want to be that as well.
All right, I like that. Dennis, you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Because really and truly, a role model is someone that you look at their practices, and sometimes you follow or tweak it a little bit.
Yeah.
But they're a guidance to you. They
Nice.
guide you, you know.
Nice. So based on what we're speaking about with dancehall artists and can they be role models? Based on these definitions, Daniel, can dancehall artists be role models?
They are.
They are? Like, are you saying that because you agree, or you're just like saying it because, you know, they have no choice
I mean,
but to be a role model?
I don't think once you're a role model, you don't have a choice.
So? Like, you can't just...
No,
Yeah?
because a role model is not something that's appointed by royalty or the prime minister or anything. Like, once somebody sees you and they see some traits and they think, boy, I wanted that too, you're a role model. Whether, as I mentioned before, whether you like it or not. My brother is younger than me, and I look at him as a role model because this youth is so smart, and I'm not the brightest, but I wanted to be like my brother, which is weird because I'm supposed to show him the way in a sense. So how can somebody younger than me be a role model? So it just goes down to the fact that, you know, these people that you see, whether dancehall artists or just people in life generally, you know, they can be role models. You know, them, whether them like it or not, once I admire you and want to have your traits, you're a role model.
All right. But speaking of dancehall artists, look like social media start work again. As I said, on Zoom, got 2 generals with me now. First and foremost, I love the fact that I work with the bridge because I don't think regularly I would have been able to reason with these guys. Like I said, Dario is here. Manners with G. There, man. As I said, this guy tell people that school fee enough for floss and a dance. Zine? Right, that's right there. And then him forward again with conscience and say, girl, if you stop whining at themselves and just learn for it. Yeah. Well, big up, my general. Big up. And you don't know, speaking of the ladies, boy, I brother, I represent the ladies. Full 100. Razor B.
Salute,
with G.
salute.
You know what I'm saying? You say, up in there. You know? You see me? Greetings, generals. Pleasure. But myself, Razor B right away. You know? Razor B, you don't know, so we're reason about can artists, dancehall artists specifically, be known as role models. Right away, Razor B, have you considered yourself a role model since joining the industry? No. Right away. Why not?
No. Well, you know what I mean? Role model to other people, to other parents' child. It's not my job. I'm a role model to my own child, to my own children. You know what I mean? Personally, to be honest with you, you know what I mean? I don't want, because what it is, when you become a role model to someone else's child, you take on that responsibility, you know what I mean? And I don't live in their household. You know what I mean? In order for me to discipline them when they're misbehaving, you know what I mean? So I don't want to take on that responsibility of being a role model to someone else's child. The type of music that I sing, and I mean, I sing it with love, I sing it with that type of energy. I sing dance music, I sing songs for the ladies, you know what I mean? So just imagine a little child here, Razor B song and Atopar, Brockback, you know what I mean? The responsibility lay on me, you know what I mean? That's why I do music for big people. I don't know music.
Well, Razor B, you can't say I do music for big people. I don't know the music thing already, you know. I reaching at the high school level.
When my music represent, when I do a song, I do music for a mass, but my music that I do when I go into a studio is geared to
an older audience, right?
Age group, you know what I mean? A certain audience. I'm not saying that different type of artists won't listen to the songs or dance to the songs, but like I said, it boils down to Razor B. Don't want to be a role model for anyone's child.
Cool.
Dario, it's not my responsibility.
Dario, you share those sentiments? You see yourself as a role model?
Watch this now.
Yeah.
You don't know as artists, whether we like it or not, people are going to look to us as role models. For all different reasons, you know what I mean? Because you have people out there admire what we do. I would love to do the same thing. You know what I mean? Whether we had the big people music or little people music. You have children in them house right now say, oh, they want to be the next Razor B or they want to be the next Dario. You know what I mean? With that in mind, we still have to operate a certain way and go about things a certain way. Because it's a responsibility we will get whether we like it or not. If you ask me, if me want, like, take on the responsibility, like, so walk around every day and say, I'm the role model for everybody pick me. Well, me not gonna do that. But me mindful say, yo, what me do look good from outside. So anybody would have want to be a Dario or a big artist or a superstar or whatever the case may be.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it made enough sense.
Let me tap into that.
Go on, Dario.
Let me tap into that. Can any person be the next Dario or the next Razor B? It's impossible. It's impossible to be the next Dario or the next Razor B. You can't be a next person because that's authentic. Like that's you who you are, and I mean that nobody can be you. So these are the things that we need to start expressing and letting a next person know that they cannot be us.
No, Razor.
Not even close.
Stop it, Razor. Stop.
No, but they can't. Realistically. I understand what you mean, but realistically, so these are the things that we have to start educating them and tell them.
When we are little youth and grow up, we say, the next beat and the next bunty and them something. We don't really want
but no, we understand that these words that we're using are incorrect words. They're not correct. So you cannot be an next person, you only can be yourself.
Them want things so them can be one Dario till them find themselves.
We're not gonna lie to them.
All right. I'm gonna be the referee. I jump in. But lovely perspectives. Taylor, you heard what Razor B said.
Yes.
He said, yo, he knows what his target audience is before when he makes the music.
Yeah.
So he's not going to take on the responsibility knowing, say, all right, yeah, my music big, it bad, it might touch a couple fet and a couple high school bad, but he's not taking on responsibilities that he thinks should be, a parent's responsibility or a guardian responsibility. How you feel about that?
I actually agree with that.
Yeah.
I think artists make their art for a specific target audience.
Right.
There are different movies are rated differently for a specific reason, and I believe it's the same for music,
Right.
and that we need to give them the same respect almost.
Oh,
So
okay.
the same way a parent is not going to allow their 6-year-old to go to a movie that's rated R. Legally, they're not allowed to go. I think the same thing needs to be implemented for music in some way, like the same, as I said, respect.
Right.
They need to just think about these things and just watch and supervise more. Just understand what it is that they're allowing their children to listen to and try to take control of that.
Yeah, but Dennis, is it as easy as we're making it sound? Cause them man sing some big tune, you know. Cause I tell you about the same, them tune I ever mention, you know. Me hear them at a time when I'm not fair, I hear them, you know. Is it as easy to say parent your children, you know, shield them from this type of music? Is it easy?
I wouldn't say it's easy, just because everyone has accessibility to these things. So I guess once there's a certain discipline there, a child should be able to not listen or click onto a specific music done by a certain artist. Apart from that, there's no real control, unless, like, for instance, an event that is catered to children.
Right.
You shouldn't have this sort of music
Nice.
at that event.
Makes sense. Then, you know, I'm hearing a lot throughout the years, because it's not a new topic, Daniel. You know what I mean? We hear people throw blame at the government, the artists, the parents, but how much accountability should the children themselves take? You know, because sometimes, you know, we can just have common sense and just know, say, you know, this is just lyrics, or is that wishful thinking to think that children can hold themselves accountable?
The same children who would burn down the kitchen in a heartbeat. We're asking them to be responsible. I definitely think that everyone has to play a part. I certainly don't agree with, for example, the government, who is responsible for a lot of things that happen in our society. Just say, oh, it's dancehall fault, and them need to start singing some cleaner lyrics. What about you, who, you know, participate in a lot of the giving the guns to the inner city communities? What about not, you know, providing proper jobs for inner city people who instead turn to chopping and guns and whatever? So at the beginning of time, like, people in power tend to deflect from their own responsibilities, and they find, as you mentioned at the start, scapegoats. At the same time, I do believe that dancehall artists I don't think they should shy away from the fact that they are role models. I think because role models have such a heavy tag, why them say, yo, parents for do them own thing. But if you are saying in your songs and in your social media posts and everything that, you know, you're real, no real, like, own up to it. If that's what you're promoting, own up to it. Don't just say you're just doing it to entertain. Are you then saying that you're fake? So if you say, yo, you're a real gunman and you boss it, own up to it. Don't try and deflect, you know, and then say, no, it's just entertainment. If that's the case, then you're admitting that you're a fake person. I just think that everyone should own up to the fact that they have a part to play, some more than others, but I think that you should acknowledge that you have a part to play in being, you know, good members of society.
Wow. Razor B, what comes first, or what forward first for a dancehall artist? Being an entertainer or being a role model?
I don't want to lose him train of thought. So let Darius send him answer that question.
All right, yeah, sure. Yeah, sorry, Darius.
All right, now you know?
Yeah.
All right, watch this. What the person name over there saying I black?
Daniel.
Black shirt. Daniel. All right. Me like the direction we are reasoning a while ago, but guess what? This is my opinion though. You see, as artists, we put out music. I think the same place where the positive music them will tell us I go look work and I tell us to be somebody good. At the same place the derogatory music and the chopper music and the gunman music play. People just take what they want and run with it, right? But I don't feel like that's where the role model thing come in. I feel the role model thing come in beyond the music. Like people start look up to the artist, them personality, the things them what them post on them social media. I think it got deeper than the song them or the man them are put up. Because some of the same man them will tell us bust it up over there. So them same man they contradict themselves in other music. Peace me want and Ray me want and blah blah blah. So it all boils down to people them are zoom into the artist them personal life. Cause the man them a post something because them want to live up to the music what them a sing. So them a post something to try and make it seems like them are this and seems like them are that. You see me? So it all boils down to you as an individual, as an artist, you know what you want and you know what the image you want to portray to people them. And that you for work for.
So you said Dario, the fans them just have to hold themselves accountable and just.
Yeah, because me say y'all take time and sit down. But me also say thank God I'm up today. I feel good. It's a whole heap of that positive thing too. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, somebody gonna stick me up over there and say, dog, you will tell me daughter say if you sit down and broke out and Ray. Brother, me tell your daughter say, yo, never let go. I mean, see man tell your daughter say, yo, Ray. I'm like, you understand me? I say?
Yeah.
So we have to be careful how we even run into this role model thing too. Because we have to find out what the people them really want to.
That's why I don't take on the role model. I take on it from an artist perspective.
Say
I'm an artist.
entertainer.
You understand? So when I that's how me grew up. Like when I say, yo, Buju Banton was my artist, my idol. You know what I mean? Like what Jerry had said before. You know what I mean? When I was young, I was like, yo, I wanted to be like Buju, but I realized I cannot be like Buju because even when I go in a Buju Banton voice, when I'm recording my song, I don't feel good. You know what I mean? I don't feel like Razor B, and I was my identity was lost until me say, yeah. And then it up in the road.
Yeah.
Said, I want to make you one block for me back.
Yeah.
That's me. I feel good. Like, you know what I mean? I'm moving different. But when me not do the Buju voice and the Buju style at DJing, it's never gonna where people can feel the authenticity.
Yeah.
Are you know what I mean? The originality. Like people don't want nobody be somebody else. Be you.
Yeah.
The only person you can ever be is you. No matter how much you look at the next person, you can never ever be them. It's impossible.
You know
to be them. You can't even come close.
You know what more?
Because me with my people that compare artists, I say, yo, you know what I'm saying? When them are the next Bob Marley, I'm gonna be the next. Impossible.
Facts.
You understand?
You know, so I ask you Razor B.
I'm learn. Understand. So you cannot be an next person. I mean, I personally don't want to take on the responsibility.
Understood.
Of being a role model because of the type of music that I sing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Dario said, I sing song with him, Happy Moment. I just finished singing a song last night, a good feeling song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The release as yet, but I sing good times that just come out for it. You know what I mean? But my thing is, whenever I sing a song about the females, them, most views, most likes, then that's the direction. And me just love take off my shirt, to show off my body at all times. You understand? And
so
me don't want no kids look for my body big.
You know, so I don't ask you, Dario. And Razor B. I start Razor B since you're there right there. So let's say I promote a link you.
Yeah.
Money and everything, right? You see me?
Yeah.
The show look like the audience young, not the demographic you are. Would you still roll out of the show there?
Age group. Let's go. When you say young, because we look young. We look young and I see probably can't.
All right, let me. All right. Like here, say a certain school I keep a barbecue, and them call it for perform. Money right and everything, but you know it's a high school barbecue. You that roll out same way, knowing the principles
well,
I just express.
High school tours. I've done high school.
And you just play the clean version of the music and.
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? Because we have clean version of the record.
So when the youth them hear that no Razor B.
Clean version,
but well, I
also remember Atop.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, man, I say remember you know. The age of technology, you know. Me know how me used to listen to the dirty version, them, you know. Me hear the clean version, them, and me hear me bridging them and say, you know, say, clean version not still. And then you go link up the dirty version. It no kind of look like it backfire same way.
That's what I was going to explain to you. With Atop is have two versions to the record. When me I say, send it up in the road, nobody know why hear that. School people know why hear that. Nobody know why hear that. Only radio person doesn't want to hear that. And
when you actually look at the views of the record itself,
Mm-hmm.
the dirty version get way more views than the clean version. So it's just like controversy. If you are doing something good, people see it and recognize it. But if you do something bad, you get, especially at this time and where we are with technology and everything, you understand? It goes more viral. That's why it's not about music anymore. It's about
so the person, no.
the foolishness so you can do. No matter how you can, because Dario just come out with a bad song what they are. You understand? Every radio station should have played raise be about bad song, but people just want to hear foolishness and take talent out of the whole complete thing. You understand? So now it's like, okay, then what do we do as artists now? You know what I mean? Artists who are going to the studio and invest our time into the record and put out the hard work into the record. When you see your song move like some little, and I hear that song, so I'm going to call him. I'm not to disrespect artists. You understand? But you say, yo, hold on, that way me I do wrong. But at the foolishness and the me, I'm going to sell my soul for foolishness. I'm going to continue doing good music because music has no boundaries.
Straight. Dario?
Dario laugh, they must say.
Oh, the question me I got answer.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, you know what I said? Big man thing still.
Yeah.
I remember one time there was a show I used to keep a mobile named Nyamins and Jammins.
Right.
I'm gonna get book feet one year. Them time the girl sit down hot like a fire. And when I go there, I think a big people me that gonna go sing. When me go there, they only come like 5 to 1. Like one parent bring 5 people. When you're looking at a venue, you have like about, say you have like 100 parents.
Yeah.
Of 500 people. See, I'm not pitney, I don't mean 14, 15 pitney, I mean 8, 9, 10, 11 pitney.
Yeah.
I stress right out. Then was a cold sweat start wash me because probably the only song with them pitney I know is the only song I can't sing.
Yeah.
Brother, I'm going to the vehicle and take 5 minutes and come back out and say, Wolipa Tessa do, Wolipa Tessa try.
Is
this guy
it?
is the aim to this guy. Teacher tell you if you study, them never tell you lie. At this moment, the kids them fi try take your book and sit down and study. Pitney if you sit down.
Good one.
You get for night.
Yeah.
You get 120 grand extra from the promoter for that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You understand? Remix lyrics on spot and make sure that, you know what I mean?
Yes.
To the audience, you know what I mean? Work with the audience that is in front of you.
Okay.
And too much artists can do that.
Well, that's true. That is true. So, Max, a question. Dennis.
Yeah.
Has dancehall ever impacted you in a certain way, where like you say influence you in any way?
I wouldn't know.
No, dancehall does not do it for you. Because I want to know if what you would have done in a situation like that, where Dario explain. Anyone of you can answer. Where Dario say, yo, you gotta expect him to sing a certain song, but then him give a profile moment and tell you to go study a book. Should you now see him as more of a role model because he took that approach, or should you just say, oh, don't do that? So, you see me? What you think, Daniel? See, I think.
I mean, if I'm listening to his original version as a child, I'm going to like the creativity because Ima relate to me in real life now because me I go school, sit down and read my book,
and study, yeah.
But at the same time, I know exactly what he's saying, and I would want to hear it if that's what I'm hearing every day. So it don't matter if you must sing a clean version or a dirty version. Any artist, whether they must sing clean or dirty version, I know what you are saying. So it don't really make that much of a difference. I think the clean version is only there because Broadcasting Commission will find you.
Yes.
That's the only thing. But your message remains the same whether you clean up a few words or not.
All right. So Taylor, you appreciate that type of creativity. Do you think that's an approach that artists can take, knowing that, hey, and that's another thing. I'm going to get to that question, but knowing that their music is, widely appreciated, is that a route that they can take to say, hey, I know that kids listen to my music, let me try and tailor my craft a certain way to them, or should they just keep, doing their thing regardless? Because not many artists, as Razor B said, not many artists can do what Dario did. Most of them will just still go there, drop the dirty lyrics, no care if 14-year-olds are there. So what you think? Is that a suitable approach? Or should they stay true to themselves and just create?
I think what he did in that situation specifically was smart. I think that was a very good approach. But I think in general, it doesn't make a difference. They want to hear what they want to hear.
Right.
And I feel like even part of enjoying the dirty music, as we're going to call it, is because they know they're not supposed to be listening to it. And I know they know they're not supposed to be listening to it. But it feels good. You feel big. You feel older, you feel... you feel nice, you feel cute. So you listen to it and you sing it and you tell your friends and everybody about it. And I think that is a big part of why they do it.
Nice. Razor B Mega. Well, hopefully I don't may I put you up on the spot, but do you have the firm stance, say why? Say you are just an entertainer. You create, you're taking that route. But let's just say if you were supposed to think hypothetically, which artist you think in dancehall right now is a good role model for the youths them feel like look up to and taking the music and taking the person and the persona?
Say honestly, the artist that come jump out right away is Chronics, to be honest with you. I mean, no lie, like Chronics. I mean, I like the message and the direction with his music.
Right.
I mean, and or him speak intelligently on every different topic. I mean, it's not judgmental. I mean, he's coming from a place of love at all times. I mean, and when I can come from a place of love and without judgment. I mean, if judgment come on you still stick to what you believe in. I mean, the last time I saw him did a live, I mean, it was just pushing love and unity amongst our people and unity amongst our black brothers and sisters and just saying, I mean, let's just uplift our children, I mean, because they're the future of tomorrow, and it's just one of the things that resonates with me as a person.
Right.
Say, okay, then I mean, if I'm supposed to listen to the music in a certain direction of a person, I mean, like this is what I also want to spread as a person. I mean, there's love amongst ourselves and love amongst our people, because there's just too much segregation that's happening right now, I mean, on every different level with black people.
Makes sense.
You understand that every single different level you can think of, no matter what the topic is, we just cannot agree. I mean, I understand every individual, every persons are different, but at the same time, there has to become a point where we all can unite together as one and just live in love and unity.
And push the genre the right way, I agree.
Push the genre the right way, you understand what I'm saying? I mean, I sing some very cultural song. You slackness come out of him out and then burn slackness. So them burn me too, because what I mean, as we
Dario. Yo, Razor B. Yo, I'm here to Razor B. Go on, Well, Dario. Hold on there, Razor. We have a little bit of time. Man.
I sing from my heart. I'm sing with love. So by the end of the day, I'm just doing what please me.
Here, Dario. I'm here to... Yo, Dario, quickly though, because we have a little bit of time. Going forward... No, hold on. May I ask a different question, man? Going forward with your craft, are you not going to see yourself more as just focusing on being an entertainer, or are you going to start facilitating the whole role model narrative?
Me, just I do music, fam.
Yeah.
And as I grow older, I go throw away childish things, so automatically people can look up to me as role model, because I do progressive things that can inspire and motivate others. So, yeah, man, you can look to me as role model, but don't judge me if you see me do like a foolishness.
Nah. I tell a girl, say, sit down, don't judge him. That's it.
All right. So in the studio, quickly, Taylor, any advice for the artists them out there who just look like them, not really mezzing the whole role model thing? Should they take it on, or should they just continue doing what they're doing? Do you have any advice to them on how they can reach the younger generation in a clean way?
I don't think they need to.
They don't need to.
I don't think they need to reach the younger generation. I really don't think it's their responsibility, and I don't think it needs to be their responsibility.
Nah, perfect. Mr. Idol, this is dancehall. But you understand the impact of dancehall, though?
Yeah, I understand it. And
you have any advice to the artists out there right now?
Well, their craft is their craft, so if the way they portray their message, how they get it out, they need to do it.
Yeah.
We as people have to take responsibility. Parents, children, overall just have to take responsibility of what you're doing.
Nice.
How it is influenced on you, Because you don't have to follow what they're saying.
Makes sense.
But you can understand what they're saying.
And I appreciate that. Daniel, any last words? For Dario, give me a last word for Dario and Razor B in terms of their crowd. You have anything to say to them?
I mean, just for dancer artists and just people in general, just be real but be consistent. Don't let your message say one thing and then next minute you say, no, that's not what I believe in, don't follow me. Or don't say, yo, bust gun today and then say, yo, put on the gun tomorrow. And then you're going to put out a next gun song and then you sing a next piece. Like, just be real and be consistent and own up to your craft, and then whatever happens, happens.
And that's the perfect way to end the show tonight. Once again, like I said, I'm always learning from my guests. Razor B, Dario, it's a pleasure meeting you guys. You know, so are real supporters of the station. I really appreciate it. So thank you so much for passing through. Taylor, Dennis, Daniel, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it.
You see, for the next one, I ask your brother in the blue shirt, why him not like dancer? But that's for your next
That's
topic.
another one. Yeah, man. All right.
That's another one.
All right,
guys.
Don't know.
Like to talk to you about that.
No.
All
right. Hold on.
Don't get me wrong. I do like dancehall, you know. I just don't indulge in it more.
All right. So you know the show after done now. So thank you guys. This has been the streets according to Razor B. This has been the streets according to me, your boy Shelz. Big up on yourself. Bless up. I'll see you guys next week.
Cool, Razor.
There you go.